What great news about the Tour Championship, and also what great news about Ronnie O'Sullivan being involved here today. There's always a heightened degree of anticipation. It's any tournament he plays in, and today he's got a different look. That massive moustache, the first time we've seen that.
Well, Ronnie, of course, has had the opportunity to practice owning his own table, and that's a good start from him, of course. Kishan Hirani, well, what an honour for him to play the game's greatest ever player. And he'll have his first opportunity here. Just slightly misjudged from Ronnie. Didn't catch the apex red fully, hence the in-off. But that little shelf of four reds makes getting there quite difficult, so concentrating on the blue for now.
26.
Yes, those three reds in a line there. It's the red just below them that Ronnie would like to get on, because if he can, that ball position would be easy then. Managed to stun him behind them though, so no problem. Beautifully fluent, curious Ronnie O'Sullivan.
48.
Just such an easy player to watch.
60.
Well, the red was frame ball, the black makes absolutely sure.
80.
It's amazing he potted that red down the cushion left-handed. You can hardly tell when he switches hands, he's just so proficient. His degree of ambidexterity is just
85.
Stunning.
$94.
What a reintroduction. Hasn't played since the shootout in February. You would never guess.
99. $105.
At a time in our lives when so much has changed, there's one constant at least. Ronnie O'Sullivan remains a genius. What a start. Typical Rocket. He leads 1-0. Well, that's a telltale sign he's cueing well. The pot in itself, that's straight cueing. The screw back, well-timed cueing.
$7. $1.
Well, the black still pops
22.
in that left corner. Must go between those two reds. That's handy for Ronnie. Effortless, wasn't it?
28. 29.
So many people have missed Snooker. So many people have missed O'Sullivan.
A 2-0 lead.
45.
Yes, next up, after this, here on table one, it's the other two players in this group, Chris Wakelin and, from Cyprus, former shootout champion, Michael Georgiou.
Oh, where's his cue ball? Oh my word. How can he get through to the pink? I think he can. Well, this red's quite easy to hit. There's a lot of side spin off this top cushion, but the problem is you can't hit the red full ball enough playing it that way to shunt it back up towards bulk. So this could easily go wrong. And I think it has.
Good call, Dominic. Could have been worse for Hirani. A fuller kiss on the red second time around would have left it on as a certainty. That had to be potted, but now it is. O'Sullivan is basically over the line. Well, despite the growth on his face, he's not won this by a whisker. He's won it by distance.
10. $13.
Just trying to think of other world champions with moustaches. John Spencer for a while, Cliff Thornton.
17.
O'Sullivan detained for just 41 minutes.
Frame in a match.
A stroll in the park. Ronnie O'Sullivan just going to shake Kishan Hirani's hand and then thinking better of it, obviously the right thing to do. He did pretty much the right thing all the way through the contest. Breaks of 112, 52 and 65. Ronnie O'Sullivan breezes to a 3-0 victory.
Is he on a red to the right centre? If he is, could be in clover because he's just developed the pink.
24. 46.
But stretching over somewhat, no issue whatsoever. Made that look preposterously easy.
103.
That's his 38th century this season.
109.
From what is a very restricted, limited schedule. The class of Ronnie O'Sullivan has descended on the Marshall Arena in Milton Keynes today, and boy, is he playing well. 1-0 up on Michael Georgiou. You think there's more to come?
Oh, that's just incredible. Do you know, he plays that type of shot with effortless ease, and yet that cue ball must have screwed back about 5 feet. What a pot that was.
It takes a lot to genuinely impress fellow professionals, but that kind of shot most certainly does. Able to continue the previous break with a plant, and another one was there available for him.
Another look at this.
9.
Look at the action on that cue ball. The amazing thing, Ronnie, is even able to do that on a cloth that may not be all that responsive.
Well before the cue ball had entered bulk, he anticipated this snooker. But with the Reds tightly bunched like that, it wasn't really an issue. Still played delicately and well, but the danger signs weren't there.
He just does everything on instinct. He just knows the right shot to play and when to play it. Doesn't have to deliberate at all.
32. 39. 55. 56.
The ability to switch hands and play so effectively. It's wonderful. There's never been anyone quite like
60. 61.
No, players actually, just for fun when you're young, tend to play the odd game left-handed, and that's how you develop your skill for it. In many instances.
Six. $65.
Now just a matter of whether he can conclude the match with a century.
$73.
Yeah, I think he's literally got to play no miss snooker, and I think the rest just went flying there. Ronnie taking the extended rest out, but yeah, Chris has got to be bang on his game here. Sometimes it don't matter what you do, you just can't beat this man.
One. Just put them on the floor, on it.
I think the whole lot's gone over, as you said.
I know if you want.
Well, he's taken quite a few opponents apart, hasn't he, down the years, and indeed here today, and now the rest stacks at it as well. But Ronnie is doing his duty here, getting them all back on their feet again.
Okay.
All sorted out.
One. Five.
Yeah, he's looked good. He's looked different, obviously, with that moustache, but apart from that, it's been running sort of a role, really. But we've already seen in this frame, you know, if you get chances against him, you've got to try and take them.
Yeah, I think against any of the top players, the odd occasion they sort of don't miss, but you do get your chances, and say Chris only makes 13 from his chance, and say
14.
Normally against the top players you only do get one chance. If you do get another chance, it's a bonus.
$42.
Remember, this is the frame he needs to win the group. Chris Wakeling failed at that plant. He was in.
$48.
You can't manufacture an aura. You either got it or you haven't, and he has it, like all the great champions in any sport. Just something about him.
55.
So 37 in front. And he's the black
56.
here. And Wakeling is going to need a snooker. If he doesn't get it, it's Ronnie O'Sullivan coming back next week.
$63. 64.
Yeah, he's looked very relaxed today, but also at the same time focused on the job in hand. Stuart Bingham enters the fray tomorrow. You've been with us commentating a few days, Stuart. Do you think you've learned anything sat here that might hold you in good stead?
Well, I haven't missed a ball with this mic in my hand, so
What?
I'm sure I'll miss a few tomorrow, but yeah, I've totally enjoyed it.
Well, what about that one from Ronnie, meanwhile? What about this? Brilliant.
Yeah, with the group already wrapped up, you can see he's dangerous at the best of times, but when he's already won and through.
5.
Determined to continue. This is the opening red again. What about this? Yeah, still determined to continue putting work in. As you say, nearly 30 years as a pro.
$45.
That's the thing there with Ronnie. His break building, he gets that white moving through them reds, and for a second I thought he weren't on a red, but he put a great red there in the middle.
$64.
Black then, and his snooker's required. Means that Ronnie O'Sullivan has carried his bat through the day, or carried his cue, I should say. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
72. 83.
Here's another.
93.
Cross double. Not to be, but he
Ronnie
ends with
O'Sullivan,
breaks of
93 the
97
frame
and
in the
93.
match.
Ronnie O'Sullivan has not lost a frame all day. He emphatically qualifies for the next phase
That's
of
right.
the Championship
That's
League. We'll be seeing him again next week. He's beaten Chris Wakelin in his final match by 3 frames to 0.
Yeah, sorry. Are you ready?
Ronnie, first of all, thanks for supporting this tournament. That was the perfect day.
Got to be off my head coming here, and I've been sat in my room for 24 hours. I've done 16 hours in the cell once, and it was better because I got to choose my own food. But no, it's all right. Listen, it's gets you out the house. But I've been enjoying being at home, so yeah, it's good fun.
You hadn't played competitively since the shootout in February, but it hardly seemed as though you'd been away.
Well, I haven't even played since February. I played semi-finals with Regal Welsh, and then obviously you can't really count shootouts. It's only like a frame. And then I've done a couple of exhibitions, but other than that, I've only played for about 4 or 5 hours last week, and just shows you probably don't need the practice. Just spend my time doing something else instead.
So what's the deal with the moustache?
It's just in homage to Willie Thorne. I thought, Willie had the moustache but no hair. I got the moustache, but I got some hair.
And you're in the next group next week. We're looking forward to seeing you come back here and do it all again.
Don't know if I'm too happy about that.
Thanks, Ronnie. Great
Cheers,
day.
mate.
Thank you.
Cheers.